Shalom. Minister of Souls, but give no praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the Apostle, great millstone, and honors to brothers doing work the most on truth and in sincerity. Yahweh is the raw name of whom the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah or Yahweh. His raw name is Yahweh, and the Son's true name is Yahweh Shai. And when we pray Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba meaning in, Ha meaning the, and Sham meaning names Yahweh, and the name of Yahweh Shai. I was watching the Apostles the other day, and speaking on Christianity, right? I forgot whether the Apostle said Christianity is a hell of a drug, or whether I thought it, but that's the title of this lesson, right? And may do a little mini series on it, see wherever the Spirit leads, right? But hey, Christianity is a hell of a drug, right? And it's true. When you look at just how broken and how confused our people have become by way of that Christianity. You have as one of the precepts that we have one of our tribes which is just completely set in those idols. But here it is, the Lord made the heavens, right? And that's the thing, that's a common theme throughout the scriptures, right? Where, the Lord Yahweh is basically speaking against these idols, right? You'll be saying, I am the living God, right? I am the Yahweh that, made, this, that, and the other, okay? Because that's it, our God is a living God. You read the account in, was it Bel and the Dragon? I think it is, where basically the priests of Dagon, might need to fact check me on that, but basically the priests of that idol were basically eating the food given to that idol to make it seem like the idol was living, right? But it wasn't living, right? It was just an idol made with golden hands, right? So with gold and silver by the works of man's hand, right? But on this topic, the precept that comes to mind first, Second Thessalonians. For me anyway, Second Thessalonians 2, right? So for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie, right? That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Now, when you look at it, there are several lies, right? The Lord has given, people in this world up to several different belief systems and whatever, what have you, right? And wait, what does it say in Matthew? Let me grab that real quick. Right, it says Matthew 7:13. Right, it says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. But because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it, right? So that's what Francis says in Matthew the 13th chapter, right? Blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear, because we are truly best to be on this path that we're on, right? Because so many others are in so many different other paths which are to their destruction, right? The reason that came to mind is because there are many lies, right? Even amongst those that believe that they're that know that they're an Israelite, even amongst this circle, right? The so-called Israelite circle, right? You have individuals that believe lies, right? They believe that one guy was the God sent comforter, right? There are some that there are so many dodgy doctrines out here, right? But Christianity is just one that is just a hell of a drug, right? It's a strong delusion, right? Delusion, a wandering, straying about, right? Mental straying, error, right? So it is a strong error, okay? And it's the Lord that has basically given those people to that, right? Because at the end of the day, right, the Lord is the one that chooses who's going to get it and who's not going to get it. All right, it says 1 Corinthians 12:2 says, ye know that you were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols, even as you were led, right? And the picture of Cesare, the which when the Apostle Gabar went into it, that was goes back to Serapis Christus. So I'm just trying to, Serapis Christus, yeah. My mind blanked out for a second there, But yeah, it basically goes back further than Cesare Borgia, right? But that is a dumb idol, right? Coming up, in a couple of weeks, it's gonna be, so-called December 25th. And what are people gonna be doing? People are gonna be giving gifts, gonna be, worshiping an evergreen tree, right? Houses are gonna be burning down because, someone, the Lord's gonna put spirit in, them Christmas lights catch on fire in certain people's houses. That's even if they got electricity, depending on, how this winter, progresses, right? But yeah, these are dumb idols, right? And Jake has been carried away onto them, right? When you look at Ephraim, for example, the Latin tribes, they're hella carried away onto those dumb idols. It's Hosea 4:17. Ephraim is joined to idols. Let him alone, right? Joined to idols, right? Such he's one of them idols, right? You see him, in the films, because I kind of grew up with, what was that? That'll be Asher, right? I kind of grew up with them Asherites, but never really had much of the Latin tribes in bulk like that growing up, right? But I've seen it in the films where they'll be in the house, constantly doing that that Roman Catholic cross on their body and shit like that. The one where they touch the top of their chest, then the two sides, and then the bottom of their chest. That one, right? Then you got all the pictures of Cesare all through the house and all of that, little idols of Cesare, right? Ephraim's joined to idols, man, and these are the things that the Lord, hated us for doing. Right? In fact, that was actually one of the curses, right, that would fall upon our people, right? So Deuteronomy 28:64, right? It says, "And the Lord your house shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth, even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone," right? So all of these other gods that Jake is worshiping, right? The Lord ain't with that. Lord, Lord is pissed, man. Scripture says, he is a jealous power, right? He is a jealous power. Okay. This is Psalm 96:4 says, "For Yahweh is great, right? And greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens." Right? Honor and majesty are before him, strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. Right? So once again, Yahweh is the one to be worshipped. Yeah, and, that's what I got. But yeah, I feel like could go and do a little series on this, because there's several different angles and points that you can tackle this. The fact that how Jake was forced into this Christian religion. I remember and then also the fact that I remember the one of the Archeum or elders, I forget who it was, but basically brought out the fact that there was a slave Bible, right, that these devils gave to Jake, right, which basically took out a whole load of different things, right, in terms of what was it, things to do with rebellion were removed and all of that sort of stuff. So we'll see where the spirit leads, but just for this one, I'm gonna we'll close, give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshai, Lord's will that was edifying. Till next time we say Shalom.